Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to Chef Chat. This week we're going to talk about pits. Specifically the pit that I built for the clam bake we're having here at Ironstone Vineyards tonight. So if you guys missed out, you're going to find out what you missed out on right now. So this is what I built. This is a clam bake pit. So the first thing that we did was we dug a hole in the ground, right? And it's probably about a foot deep. And then we got these rocks. River rocks are the best thing to use, but we got these rocks that are probably, about twice the size of a softball. And we lined the pit with that. And then we put another layer. So we've got 2 layers of rocks down here for the pit. And then we built the rocks up on the side just to make it pretty and to hold in the heat. So when we get started with this clam bake, what we're going to do is we are going to fill this pit up with charcoal and hardwood. And we're going to light that sucker on fire. And it's probably going to burn for a good 2.5 hours. And what we're trying to achieve here is getting the rocks really hot, because that's our heat source. This is going to be an in-ground oven. So we let that wood burn, the charcoal burn and burn and burn and burn out. And then we rake the coals so they fall down in the little crevices here into the rocks. And all we're left with is a little bit of ash and some really hot rocks. So the next step in this process is to take seaweed. We get seaweed and we lay down a layer of seaweed onto the bottom of the pit. Then we take this chicken wire here. The chicken wire is going to serve 2 purposes. One, it's going to keep things from falling down into the rocks. And 2, hopefully, I've never tried this before, but we're going to try and lift all the food out. One person on one side, one person on the other side. Just lift it all out and pull it out of the pit so we don't have to be pulling food out of the pit with our hands or a pitchfork or something. So we're going to hopefully that's going to work. If not, we'll go back the old-fashioned way. So then we have our seaweed laid down, and then we have some gunny sacks that we've been soaking in water. We're going to fill those with clams and mussels and shrimp, and we're going to lay those out flat on top of the seaweed. And then we're going to put more seaweed down, and we're going to put things like corn and whole onions and potatoes and some fresh thyme and some linguiça sausage and some more seafood. And then we're going to pack more gunny sacks. And then we're going to pack more seaweed on it. And then we're going to put gunny sacks over the whole thing. And then it's going to bake, our clam bake. So the rocks are going to be really hot. We're going to have heat coming from the bottom, heat coming from the sides. And it's going to sit there and bake for probably about 2 hours. Now, during that cooking process, we're going to be drenching the whole thing with some salty water, maybe a little bit of white wine just to add some flavor. And so that's going to keep the food from scorching or drying out, because we've got a lot of heat and a lot of steam coming up off of these rocks and the seaweed and such. So then, after the 2 hours are over, what we're going to do is we're going to start peeling off the layers. Or we're going to grab the chicken wire here and just pull the whole thing out. But if that doesn't work, we're going to pull off the layers of seaweed and gunny sacks, and we're going to pull our things out, and then we're just going to lay them out, and people are going to have a great time. We're going to be eating clams, mussels, shrimp, corn, potatoes. We're going to have salad, garlic bread. It's going to be great. So those of you who didn't buy tickets, you're missing out. We will have another one for sure. I didn't dig this big pit and build it for nothing. We're going to be doing this again. So that's a little insight to our clam bake and the pit I built here. So until next time, thank you.